G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be installing the Traxxas wide Maxx kit to the Maxx. It's going to be obviously a tutorial on how to do that, so here you go. Okay guys, so the first thing you're going to need, or what I'm going to need, is a nice warm cup of coffee, because the weather down here in Melbourne today is pretty terrible and not very warm. So starting with my coffee, that'll keep me motivated throughout the build. So the kit we'll be installing is the Traxxas 8995 kit, which is the wide Maxx kit, this is just a basic black colour. It comes in a various range of colours, white, red, orange, green from memory, maybe blue. I've opted to choose, I'll use the black kit on this truck just to keep it factory looking, I guess, or stock looking. Now I will actually be building a new Maxx. I've got a new Maxx on order, and I've got a lot of goodies coming for that Maxx to make it pretty crazy. So I'll be uploading a lot of videos, how-to videos, and when all that stuff, all that gear arrives. It could be quite a few weeks, as getting RC parts at the moment is quite difficult. Yeah, so we'll just move Maxx out of the way here and have a look what's in the kit. Okay guys, so within the kit you get 4 new lower control arms, which are the same front and rear of the truck. You just have the left and the rights. And 4 upper control arms. Traxxas keep the control arms front and rear the same on this truck, which is quite handy for spare parts, I guess, because obviously one control arm each side will do the front and the rear of the truck. You get 2 new tie rod ends, because obviously the old ones won't be long enough when you put the extended arms in. And you get 2 new springs, which is for the rear of the truck. They have a different rate. I believe they are a 1.9 rate spring. You also get a small instruction manual, which is just purely looks to be for the shock absorbers only. There's no actual fitting instructions for the kit itself, which is a bit crap really, but anyway, it's not rocket science, so we'll get through it. So we'll start pulling the truck apart. Right, so we're going to begin with pulling the wheels off. I recommend if you can get yourself a cordless drill, impact driver with the various sizes of sockets obviously for the wheels, and Allen key drives for the bolts. It's going to make it a lot easier rather than doing it by hand, because it takes twice as long. But anyway, let's get started. We'll begin by pulling the wheels off. Removing the wheels in those little spaces as well. You can put them to the side out of your way. Obviously you're not going to need them until later on. So that side. And that's that side done. Get them out of the way. We might start at the front end of the truck. So we'll begin by removing the shock absorbers, and then we'll move on to the front bumper and then the control arms. Just find yourself the correct size socket. So we'll just remove these shocker bolts. I know I said to use the impact driver, but I don't actually have a Allen key fitting this size. So I have actually ordered some Traxxas tools, so hopefully they'll turn up shortly. Try and keep your bolts all in order, or in little sections together, so they don't get mixed up. They're all pretty self-explanatory anyway on these trucks. They're very, very easily assembled and disassembled, but this helps to put them together. Just to keep them all in order. So remembering we will actually be modifying these front and rear springs, but I'll do that towards the end of the video. So let's pull him out of the way. So that's a front shock, lower shock spring. Apologise if some of my wording doesn't make much sense. I'm very new to YouTube and yeah, not the best in front of a camera, but I'll give it a go for you guys anyway, try and help you guys out. Those longer screws. I believe the Traxxas truck probably should have just come factory fitted with the wide Maxx kit. I don't know, maybe Traxxas thought it was an issue after the release of the truck and that was their way of fixing it and making more money. I'm not sure, but yeah. I haven't actually driven one with the wide Maxx kit, but from what I've seen, it looks like it's a much better handling truck. I guess we'll find out soon enough. Okay. Back to my drill. So we want to be taking the front bumper off. So you have one bolt at the top here and two in further down. I don't know if you can see that. Again, just put them to the side so they don't get mixed up. We're going to do one end of the truck at a time. That way it'll hopefully eliminate the mix up of parts and screws and stuff. Don't know if you can hear, that's my cat making a racket in the background. Obviously I've got the lighting kit on there, so I'm just going to try and hang that out of the way. Moving on, we're just going to flip the truck upside down. And we're going to take this lower skid plate off. I don't recognise. Allen key's 100% the right one. That's all I got. And that just clips out of there, like so. Move it to the side. Okay, we're now going to remove these lower C-hub bolts, or screws. They're a threaded screw pin, so they lock in with a thread on the end there, and then they're actually a screw pin. So get him out of the way. Same on the other side. Pull him out of the way. Front two arms are now free from the C-hubs. Front of the truck here, we have a cap. Plastic cap, over a metal retainer. Need to remove that center bolt, and then the whole retainer will come off and allow us to access the hinge pins. Comes out like so, and then you're just pulling your hinge pins out. Them over there. Control arm out of the way. And so forth with the other side. As you can see with the control arms, quite a difference in size. I think it's about 20 mil aside, but correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that's what it is. Now we're just going to replace those old arms with the new ones. Put your pin back in. And where's my left hand side of the truck there. And refitting the metal retainer and then the plastic end cap. These have little cutouts in the bottom there. Make sure they're always facing down. Put your screw back in. like so. There's no need to grind anything up on these cars, guys. It's just not necessary. Right, that's that completed. Now, I might just move on to the toe links here. So the toe links, you just turn your steering. You got one screw that comes in from the top here, and the other screw comes in from the bottom. So we'll just start by removing the top screw. And these do actually go in a certain direction, guys, so I'll show you when I get it out. Pull him out like that. Just to disconnect the toe link so it doesn't foul up when I try and put the other parts in. I really need to get some better tools, guys. It's making my videos twice as long doing stuff by hand. Just put your 2 toe link screws there. It comes out like so. It's difficult to see, but if you see there's a slight variation in the actual knuckle there, it's got a little cutout in it, that has to go back the same direction. Okay guys, so just be wary of that. Moving on to the upper control arm. Pull your 2 pins out, screw type pins, move him out of the way and replace him with the modified version. As you can see again, much longer. Drive them in. They have to create their own thread as they go in, so they'll take a little bit. Probably not so much when you're using the tool, but try and get them all up. Come on, baby. Like that. Okay, there's something not right there. I'll just cut the video and come back to that.